Hi, my name is Ros Thornton. I'm the founder of Amazing Women Global, and I'm helping women from all over the world to achieve amazing lives, amazing careers, and amazing money. Now, the reason I set this company up is because 15 years ago, my life wasn't great. I was what was commonly known as a struggler and a juggler. I was always running around from childcare to work to school and back again. Now, my life wasn't great and I wasn't having much fun, and there was always money struggles, and I vowed that once I reached a certain level of success, I would actually help other women to create the life that they actually want, to create an amazing life. Now, what happened to me was that I met different people that came into my life coaches who opened up my world, and they literally blew me away and helped me to realize that I actually had the power within me to create the life that I wanted. And it started with getting the dream job that I wanted and creating a way of earning a living so that, I wouldn't have to struggle anymore. So that's what I want to share with you today. And I can give you an example of a very prominent life coach who wrote a book many years ago. And I read that book. And when I read it, it actually changed my mindset. And I realized that a lot of things were within my control. Now, I actually wrote to this author and told her that I thought she did an amazing job. It was a fantastic book. And I told her about some of the changes that I was making with my life. A few weeks later, I was absolutely blown away that I got a personal response from the author. Not only did I get a personal response, I got a letter full of encouragement, kindness, support, and she actually sent me a free gift to help me on the next step in my journey. Well, I just couldn't believe it. I was thinking, she must be inundated with thousands of letters from lots of people. And this book was a bestseller. And I thought, she took the time out to send a personal response to me. Well, I couldn't believe it. And that's when I first actually started to get interested in life coaching. And the help that I received from life coaches, that's the same help that I want to pass on to you today. So well done for purchasing this video, because this is the first step that will change your life. Okay, so let's start. Now, there's 3 key areas that I want to focus on. And if you'd seen any of my other videos, you'll notice that they are the same 3 key areas. And the first key area is making a decision. Now, when we talk about making a decision, write it down, put it out there. I did that 15 years ago. I said, I, Ros Thornton, I'm going to be a life coach. This is my dream job. And I'm making a decision that I'm going to be a very successful life coach. And I just put it out there. And what that did was it affirmed in my mind that I was going to become successful at becoming a life coach. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but that was the first step on my journey. And what that did, it gave me some clarity and some focus. And I knew what I was aiming for. And that was many years ago, and here I am today. I'm a life coach, and I'm supporting and helping hundreds of women from all over the world. And I tell you, this is fantastic. It feels absolutely great, and I love it. I'm not a professional presenter. I'm a mum of 2, and I'm just trying to get this content out to you to help you, just like somebody helped me all those years ago, so that you can have a fantastic journey, an amazing life, create a good career for yourself, and actually start to have some financial stability. Okay, so we've covered step 1, making a decision and making a commitment to yourself. Step 2, if you have a look with the download, you should get a PDF document, which is called the Blueprint to Finding Your Passion. Finding your passion is so important, because it's important to do something that you absolutely love and that you're passionate about. That way you're going to have more fun and it doesn't feel like work. I love my job, and I could do it all day long, every day. I get up before the alarm clock now because I love what I do. I love helping people, and I love being of service. And I feel like this is what I was born to do. And I want you to find the same thing. It might not be becoming a life coach, but I want you to find what's good for you and what's going to make you successful. Now, with the blueprint, have a look at it. Once you've completed that will help give you some direction. Now I'm going to focus on the 3rd point, which is all around the mindset. The mindset changes that you have to come across to actually become successful. So let's get into the detail of all the mindset changes we need to go through in order to become successful at getting your dream job. Now, where does confidence come from? Now, I always explain this to my clients that the mind is separated into two parts. Just for ease, we're going to just concentrate on these two parts, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Now, the subconscious mind contains all the information from when we were very, very young, and all the emotions, and if we experienced any trauma or if we went through anything that actually made us feel negative in any way, all of that is stored in our subconscious mind. And sometimes as adults, this plays out in different ways. It comes across as a very limiting belief that we have about ourselves, and it can affect our self-esteem and our confidence. So in order for us to change this mindset, we have to do certain things. We have to go through a process, and the first process that I'm going to talk about is repetition. So if you do something and repeat it over and over and over again, you're going to become better at it. You're going to become more confident, and you're going to go for it. So when it comes to getting a job, the secret is to repeat in your mind exactly what you want to say at the interview and how you want to present yourself. That needs to go firmly in your mind. So knowing where the confidence actually comes from is a very important part. Now, how do we increase our confidence? Now, I talk to my clients about trying something small, working on, don't try and tackle really big things. Start with something very, very small. Now, for example, if you're shy, I always say to my clients, go up to someone at the bus stop and ask for the time, or ask for when the next bus is coming. Get used to getting out of your comfort zone, because the more you do these things, it's small things that create the biggest changes. And it's step by step. Don't look at something and say, oh wow, that's too big for me to tackle. Break it down into small steps. And when we break it down into small steps, we can tackle each thing as we go along. So definitely, I would look at the things that you're struggling with and try to break them down into small steps and improve on that. What else can we do? Now, if we've had past hurts and past traumas, this will affect what we call our self-esteem. And that's really what people don't see on the outside. It's what we think about ourselves on the inside. And that's the difference between confidence and self-esteem. Confidence is really what people can see, and confidence can be faked. It can, I could go out down the street acting really confident, but actually deep down inside, I'm not feeling very confident. And that's really about our self-esteem. So if we can actually look at some of the beliefs, some of the thoughts, and some of the behaviors that we have and where they come from, and we can actually start to understand and clear them out and actually replace them with more positive and more empowering thoughts. Now, how do we start to replace those thoughts? Now, first of all, I talked about monitoring your thoughts, keeping a notebook, keeping a journal, keeping a log of all the things that you're thinking about and how much is positive and how much is negative, and start to try and work out where they're coming from. Because once we know where they're coming from, we can start to clear them out. At the same time, we look at replacing some of those negative thoughts with more positive things. And these are called affirmations. Now, affirmations are often things, I'm not going to go into lots of them because they're all out there on the internet. You can just put affirmations into a search engine and it will come up with hundreds. The only thing I can say to you is to find something that resonates with you. Find something that you feel speaks to you. There's thousands and thousands and thousands out there on the internet. Once you find an affirmation that you like, it should be always spoken in the present tense, and it should be always about you. You can't speak affirmations about other people. So what I always encourage my clients to do is when they find affirmations that they like, write them down and keep them in places, prominent places around the house where they can always see them, or actually put them as a screensaver on your computer. Now, once you repeat these affirmations on a daily basis, it normally takes about 21 days to 30 days to change a habit. If you keep repeating this, positive affirmations, you will find, I can guarantee, you will start thinking differently about yourself. Your confidence and your self-esteem will start to go upwards. So that's affirmations. There's another process and another tool that I'm going to give you as well, which I give to my clients. And this one always blows them away because it's so simple. It's called visualizations. Now, visualizations is like running a film script in your mind. So imagine that you went to see a film and I said to you, what was the film about? You should be able to tell me from start to middle to finish what that film was about, who the main characters were, what happened in the beginning, what happened in the middle, and what happened at the end. And it's the same thing with visualizations. It's almost like playing a film. So what I want you to do is to visualize yourself in your dream job. What is it like? Where are you going? What type of people are you working with? Are you working in an office or are you working outdoors? Are you working with adults or are you working with children? You know, start to really think about what your dream job is and visualize it in your mind like a film and play it. And when you play that in your mind, yourself working in your dream job, another tip is to make the image really bright in your mind. Really bright and really colourful, because this again will help to cement that thought in your mind and overcome some of the what we call limiting beliefs that we have about ourselves and about our ability to get our dream job. So I've talked about affirmations and I've talked about visualizations. These are really, really good tools that will help you. I've got a third tool for you, and that's called having an attitude of gratitude. What I want you to do is take a plain piece of paper and just write on the list, my gratitude list. And again, it sounds crazy. When I did this 15 years ago, I thought, this is crazy. What do they mean, a gratitude list? All it is simply just take a plain piece of paper and write things that I'm grateful for in my life. And that's your gratitude list. And make a list of 1 to 10, or even more if you can think of them, of all the things that you currently have in your life right now that you're grateful for. And I can guarantee this will instantly make you feel better, and it will give you more confidence. And bit by bit, with all these exercises that I'm talking to you about, it will inch you closer and closer and closer to you getting your dream job. And really, these are the secrets. Affirmations, visualizations, and having a gratitude list are so key. If you do these at the same time as monitoring your thoughts, always trying to change your thoughts. When you find yourself thinking something negative, just say stop, and I'm going to turn it around into a positive. I have an exercise that I do with my clients. It's called the saying no exercise. And for some of us, particularly women, we tend to be people pleasers, and we please everyone else before we please ourselves. So I teach my clients an exercise called the saying no exercise. And what that is it helps you to understand when you say yes to things when really you should be saying no. So what I would like you to do is think of all the situations where someone's asked you to do something, and in your head you were screaming, no, I don't want to do it. But the words that were coming out of your mouth was, yes, okay, I'll do it. And I really want you to practice actually visualize. This could be a really good visualization exercise for you. I want you to visualize saying to that person, actually, no, I'm really sorry, no, I cannot do this. And that is a really good practice. If that doesn't work for you, practice with a friend. Get a friend to come around and say, I want you to ask me something, and I've got to practice saying no. And again, this sounds really silly, but it works. I've got another exercise that you can do as well, and it's called modeling. It's called modeling the behavior of somebody who already has the job that you want. So what I want you to do, and with the internet it's great because all you have to do, you can just go into any search engine and search for that dream job that you want to do. And have a look at the sorts of people that are doing that job. What are they like? What do they look like? How do they walk? How do they talk? How do they behave? What language do they use? And this is the sort of person that you will be working alongside. Do you like those people? Could you see yourself working with them? And if the answer is yes, then you need to start looking at what you need to do in order to fit in and around that type of organisation, or to fit in and around that type of job. And I'm not saying you have to change your whole personality, but what I'm saying is you need to start looking at what other people are doing who are successful in that area of work that you want to do, and start modelling their behaviour. I hope some of these secrets help you here today. And I really hope that you do the Finding Your Passion exercise, because this will really help you not only identify what you're good at, what you're passionate about, but also later on, when we come to looking at things like interview techniques, it will help you to understand what your key strengths are. So thank you very much for downloading this video. I hope it helps. And if you want to know more, then please do go to my next video, which is called How to Get Your Dream Job. Thank you and good luck on your journey.